YouTube and all you crazy Death Note fans out there, you know who it is. It's Alex.
And I'm Dele.
And welcome back, Shocker Boys YouTube channel, where we watch, review, and give our opinion on your favorite anime and TV shows.
And before we go any further, I'm gonna need you to do one thing.
What's that?
I'm gonna need you to hit that like button and subscribe so you can be the first to know when we upload new content. And if this ain't your first time and you haven't done so already, don't be a pagan and just hit that sub button. Today we've got Death Note episode 6.
Yep.
I'm excited for this episode. I know my guy Alex is excited for this episode. He's getting on my guy Light, and I'm just trying to tell him, like you guys have also told him, he's innocent.
He's not innocent.
He's innocent.
He's not innocent. We've had enough evidence to prove that Light is not innocent. He's going around killing these people.
Evidence.
It's not inconclusive.
It's inconclusive because we don't know if he's being controlled. We don't know if he actually is responsible for writing in those books, and if those are technically, if they're related to the deaths of these people. Because technically, when you look at the autopsy, it says heart attack, or in certain cases, people have been run over. Also, what has also happened is Raye Penber has been responsible for 12 deaths. The FBI agents who all had heart attacks after he passed them notes. So we can't say that Light is responsible for any of these deaths. It's inconclusive. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Look, this ain't the OJ case, alright? We know for a fact that Light is writing in these books. I will say, we don't actually know if Light is doing this through his own free will or if he's being controlled. That's true. But there's one thing I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen. By the time this series is over, we are going to find out whether it's Light that's doing this because he wants to, or whether someone is controlling him. And if he's not being controlled, Dele, I hope you have a good excuse for him. I really do, because your guy's going down. That's all I'm going to say.
On that note, let's just get straight into it.
Let's do this. Let's go.
L?
What? What? No, that's gotta be a double. That's gotta be a double, right?
Looking at some Shinigami. He's just a kid.
No way that's the world's greatest detective.
Matsuda. I'm Aizawa. Mugi.
Aizawa Sensei!
Sorry. Bang.
What?
What the hell was that? If I were Kira, you'd be dead, Mr. Soichiro Yagamichi from the MPA. Kira needs a face and a name in order to commit murder. But I'm sure you've already figured that much out, haven't you? Please do not give out your name so carelessly.
Thank you, Raye Penber, Donut.
Let's value our lives.
I knew that he needed a face to kill someone, but I don't remember any evidence that showed that he needed a name, too.
Well, that's because you guys are not paying attention.
Criminals whose names were never released publicly or whose names were spelled incorrectly in the media have not been targeted. We briefly went over it at one of our meetings.
That's enough small talk for now. Come this way.
Oh, right.
Please turn
It's
off
got a nice hotel crib, though.
Yeah.
and any other communication devices and leave them on the table right there.
What do you think, we're going to be using our cell phones during this meeting to leak information?
It's all right. Just do as he
Or
says.
someone has bugged your phone. You don't know this.
I've been cautious from the very beginning, but I still can't tell if he trusts us or not.
No, I just find them distracting. I can't stand it when people's cell phones are ringing while I'm trying to talk.
He's a real unorthodox guy.
Yeah.
Anything that's said in these meetings. That means when we leave headquarters, any information we need is committed to memory.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, so that's pretty smart actually, because we know for a fact someone is hacking into their systems and getting information from them, right?
I mean, if it was me, I'd put my money on the mom, you know. She's too quiet for me. You can tell you don't sleep. Look at the bags.
Look at the bags under his eyes. Nah, I still can't. I mean, it's all, this is L, but I still can't believe this is L.
Calling me L. It's Ryuzaki now, just to be safe.
Okay, Ryuzaki. If we know that he needs a name and a face to kill, couldn't we cut down on the number of victims by keeping criminals' names from the news?
If we do that, we'll only be putting the general public at
Yeah.
The general public? Why?
Kira is childish and he hates losing.
But how do you...
Just what do you mean?
Well, I'm also childish and I hate to lose.
Ryuzaki, would you mind being a little more
Yeah,
specific?
you gotta explain.
Yeah, you
man.
gotta explain.
Early on in the investigation, I tried to provoke Kira with that broadcast. Up until then, we thought that Kira would only go after criminals. But as we all witnessed, he didn't hesitate to kill my stand-in. So we knew he was in the Kanto region. In defiance, he made sure his next victims came from within Japan, as if to say, and what are you gonna do about it? He's met each of my challenges head-on, and he's never missed an opportunity to return the favor. Now, what do you think would happen if we tried to use media restrictions to hide criminals from someone like that?
I guess...
If you choose to withhold the names of your worst criminals, I'll kill petty criminals or the innocent.
Yeah.
I'm holding the whole world hostage, so who's it gonna be? I'm not the evil one here, but all those who oppose me by hiding criminals, you are true.
He's got a good idea of the
Yeah.
psychology behind the killer, yeah.
That's exactly how Kira thinks. In any case, let's look at another way we can use the media to draw him out.
Okay.
But how?
How about something like this? Death of FBI agents infuriates the U.S. Latest killings anger the international policing community. Nations agree to send 1,500 investigators to Japan. This will be way beyond what he faced with the FBI. He'll see everyone as a potential threat. Psychologically, he'll start to feel cornered, and that will cause him to take some kind of drastic action.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So he'll think there are 1,500 when there are really only 7 of us. And since none of these investigators exist, Kira won't be able to kill them.
It just might work.
Well, before we celebrate, I'll tell you the rest of my thoughts on the
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Yeah, let's say this.
Yeah.
Kira works alone. He had access to all our classified information.
What evidence do you have that he's working alone?
Hold on, Aizawa. Let's listen to his entire theory.
Yeah, come on, stop buying in.
Yeah, man. Don't be eager.
There's a name and a face to kill. And to some extent, he can control a victim's time of death and their actions before dying. We already know that much. Please keep that in mind. And listen carefully to what I have to say next. Here we are on December 19th. Using prison inmates, Kira conducts experiments manipulating his victims' actions before they die. In other words, during this window of only 5 days, Kira became aware of the FBI's presence and obviously felt threatened.
So who was watching who?
Knowing any of their names or faces, he was at a disadvantage. He needed to know how much control he had over his victims before he could use it against the 12 agents. And as we all know, on December 27th,
I got a hold of a file which contained all the names and faces of the FBI investigators in Japan, and I succeeded in killing each one of them. It's practically impossible to guess which agent gave the file to Kira, but I have to make sure that no one ever finds out that I came into contact with Raye Penber.
Yeah.
How come you're not using the death note today? You studying for those entrance exams?
He definitely does like apples.
suspects in ongoing investigations, so legally speaking, they were innocent.
That's true.
What this indicates is that Kira had to manipulate these lesser criminals in order to kill those FBI agents. He killed that many people so we'd be unable to tell the decoys from those who were actually used. In truth, he probably only needed a few. He waited 8 days so the FBI could investigate other suspects, which meant there'd be no timeline linking him to their deaths. I suspect Kira had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th and the 19th of December.
Oh, he's gonna mention the sun.
These are files provided by the FBI, and they contain additional information you might find useful. For obvious reasons, you're not permitted to take these out of this room, but...
Amazing! There might only be 5 of us, but with this much information, we should be able to cover a lot of ground.
We'll split into 2 teams. One team traces the FBI agents, the other looks at the heart attack victims.
There weren't that many people who had access to information from headquarters, and of those, the FBI only investigated a small group in the first 5 days.
Yeah.
So, Does anyone have any questions?
Actually, Ryuzaki, I do have one question for you. And it pertains to what you said to us earlier about how you hate to lose. Does the fact that you've shown us your face mean that you've lost? By just being here, are you...
Oh, interesting question.
That's right. By showing my face to you now and by sacrificing the lives of 12 FBI agents, I have lost the battle.
But he's not lost the war.
The war.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever put my life on the line. I want to show Kira that we're all willing to risk our lives if that's what it takes. And that justice will prevail no matter what.
Yeah, that's right. I like the sound of that.
See, not wimps.
Yeah.
Justice.
Let's do this, Ryuzaki.
I mean,
Well, I had my...
there's a thin line between bravery and idiocy.
Idiocy is quitting on your job.
Yeah, well, I don't know
Before
about
we go
that.
any further, I have to be absolutely sure that none of you are Kira. So I'll need to speak with each of you individually before you leave today.
What's the deal? He still doesn't trust us?
Well, obviously he
It's a fair
doesn't.
request. Try to see it from his perspective. Kira's been getting information from our headquarters from the very beginning, so there's a good chance that he's one of us.
She's right. Working this case has given us a chance to see him in person.
He's risking his life to be here.
Things are going well. Just one clue. A single decisive factor is all I need.
Just one oversight. A single piece of evidence is all it would take. It could cost me my life.
Just one thing.
She's gonna find it first. This really is the face-off. It's her!
She's the key, yeah.
It's
She's
her,
the key.
man.
Damn.
You already finished studying? I guess. I'll be fine. The biggest risk I've taken so far was that bus jacking.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they'll never be able to connect it with Kira.
Well, you don't know that.
For me, both the police and Elm don't know that Kira can kill people by means other than a heart attack. However, if anyone were to discover that fact, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
What? Does it have to be now?
Your father's been pulling overnighters with no change of clothes, so you're going to bring these to him.
But Mom, I totally promised my friends that I
When I go, I could use a break.
Thanks, Light. I owe you one next time.
So I guess this'll give you a chance.
Yeah.
Reception desk. Oh, you're bringing a page. Planning to kill someone? No, but lately I've been bringing a page with me every time I go out, just in case.
Just in case, you never know.
You never know.
That day, Raye said that he was planning to go to Shinjuku. That same day, 4 people died of heart attacks in the Shinjuku area, and there was the bus jacking. There's no way it was a coincidence. That's it. Kira can kill in other ways. It doesn't have to be a heart attack.
And this is the person that Raye said was a rubbish FBI agent.
The man's dead for a reason now.
Please, I need to speak directly with someone from the Special Investigation Task Force. It's urgent.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't help you. As I've told you already, there is no one at Task Force headquarters right now.
There's no one at headquarters? Dad's cell is turned off. What's going on?
Can't you contact them somehow? I have information relating to the Kira investigation.
The Kira investigation?
I'll call headquarters one more time for you. One moment.
Hi, I'm Detective Soichiro Yagami's son, Light Yagami. I brought my father a change of clothes, but it doesn't look like he's in. Can I leave them here?
Sure. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What, you don't remember? You helped solve the insurance fraud murder investigation sometime last year. But hey, no one remembers the receptionist, do they?
He probably does.
Faces. I just need to sign my name on this form, right?
So, like, does this mean you're going to be helping us with the Kira investigation too?
Sure. If all goes well, maybe I'll find Kira before Elle does.
Find him before Elle does.
As I thought, there's no one at headquarters. You're going to have to trust me on this, ma'am. I'll be sure to give them your message as soon as I see them, I promise.
That's not good enough. I have to tell them in person.
Excuse me. My father is actually in charge of the Kita investigation. If you'd like, I could pass your message on. His cell phone is off at the moment, but I should be able to contact him soon. A number of FBI agents were just killed, and a lot of detectives have quit the case because they're afraid of Kira. So he's
Look at him putting that innocence on.
It's probably better if you don't discuss this with...
True, but it's practically common knowledge at this point. Besides, I feel like I can trust her. You can almost see it in her eyes. She's a wise and careful person.
Look at his face, man.
And that's why you wanted to tell them in person. You thought this through. Well, am I right? I'm sure my father will be calling me back once he checks his messages. When he does, I'll give you the phone and let you talk to him.
You sure that's all right?
Oh, yeah. You understand why I can't just give you my father's cell phone number, but I have no problem letting you use my phone to talk to him. You'll have to trust my father and I, which I hope won't be too difficult for you.
Why is he so...
Thank you so much.
She walked right into that one, didn't she?
I've got to say,
Damn.
you must be pretty brave to be getting involved in the Kira case like this.
Oh, not really.
So according to you, is Kira some... we've been talking and I just realized I don't even know your name. My name is Light Yagami. Light's written with the character for Moon and Yagami with the characters for Night and God. Kinda weird, huh?
My name's Shoko Maki. It's written with the characters for Shining, Ko isn't child, Space and Key isn't
Interesting.
Miss Maki?
Shoko!
Miss Maki, I've been thinking about Kira's powers, and I believe they enable him to somehow control his victims before they die.
So do I. It's odd that you say that because that's exactly what I've been thinking. Kira's able to control their actions before he kills them, but there's more to it. If my analysis so far is correct, Kira can kill in a number of ways, not just with a heart attack.
Oh my. Don't tell him that. Come on.
But if the police are willing to consider it, I bet it would help them catch Kira.
You know, that possibility never even crossed my mind.
I think if you're a federal agent, you would know to be able to withhold information, right?
He wouldn't use a heart attack.
Right. I'm almost positive that someone I know may have met Kira.
Met Kira? Oh, I'm sorry, but if a person came in saying they'd met Kira, the police would be more than a little skeptical, to say the least.
I know. That's why I need to explain it in person to someone from Task Force headquarters. Otherwise, I'm afraid they'll just write me off.
This is random though. You wouldn't just give all this information to someone you just met though.
Probably would, but he's no longer alive. He was one of the 12 FBI agents who came to Japan to investigate Kira.
Who met Kira?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You see, he was also my fiance. While he was working, he got caught up in a
Why would you mention all this stuff?
Kira on that bus.
Look at
Raye Penber!
Oh my gosh, now he's clocked.
Is something wrong?
Nothing. I'm sorry to hear that he passed away. So, what makes you think he met Kira on that bus?
Because 8 days after that bus was hijacked,
He had a heart attack.
along with the other FBI investigators. The same man had attempted to rob a bank 2 days before he hijacked that bus. Then he dies in an accident, just like that. I've come to believe that Kira set up that bus jacking. It was planned to bring him into contact with my fiancé in order to obtain information regarding the identities of the other FBI agents so he could get rid of them all.
And she tried to say this.
She's a smart investigator,
Yeah.
but she's a dumb agent.
That heart attacks aren't the only way Kira can kill people.
Shouldn't be given this information.
And he's got the note in his hand, but if he uses it, look at him, look at
Yeah,
that.
look at his face. He's already made up his mind. We know what he's gonna do.
No, he can't. That's too much of a risk.
You think he cares?
Didn't die of a heart. What did he say?
That he'd been put in a situation where he had to show his FBI ID to someone.
Oh!
The operation was undertaken secretly without the NPA's knowledge. He wasn't allowed to show his ID.
See?
Exactly, he wasn't supposed to.
Whoever saw his ID that day is responsible for the deaths of all of the agents.
Unbelievable. If me is true, then it'll only be a matter of time before the police catch up with Kira. The person your fiancé showed his ID to on the bus that day.
Was me.
It had to be Kira.
So omnious.
That was close. This woman. If she'd spoken to the police before I met her. But
You'd be done out.
seems there's a god on my side after all.
Silly woman.
Nah, man. What?
Why would you stop there?
Oh, man.
I mean, it's kind of obvious. We know we know what he plans to do anyway.
Oh, we think we know, yeah.
He's gonna offer before she goes and talks to police.
No,
right?
wait, no. I gotta stop you there. He's not gonna offer.
Okay, so who's gonna offer then? Come on. Who else has motives to kill her?
It just seems like fate is just working.
Wait, what? Wait. We're gonna bring faith into this event. You know what?
Yeah, man.
Leave the courtroom. Leave the courtroom, Dele.
Look, if you're willing to come here and tell me supernatural abilities are killing these people because light is writing in a book, then I'm definitely going to tell you that fate is working in his favor.
The evidence is there.
What
He is
evidence? He
killing
writes a
people
name
with
in a
heart
book.
attacks. He's nowhere near them.
Nah, man.
Come on, man.
We don't know if someone's controlling his actions.
That's true, but regardless, they're using him as a conduit, right? And as
Doesn't
far
make him guilty.
But it makes him guilty by association.
No, because he doesn't know he's willingly doing that. The criminal jacked the bus thinking he was jacking the bus, not knowing it was all part of a master plan of someone else's master plan. Think of it as Inception.
No. They're not putting dreams in dreams. Yeah? This is not what's happening. And don't
We
worry,
don't know that.
Don't worry, Dele. One. We're getting close. I'm telling you.
There's nothing. Look, all I can say is we don't know if he's responsible for this. But I mean, these episodes have been more interesting as you get into them.
Yeah.
Ray's fiance coming
back
in
with a vengeance.
Coming in the fourth quarter. She's put up a quick 20.
Yeah. Lights have to call time out. Yeah, that's what's happening, man.
10 seconds left, but Light has the ball in his hands. What decision is he gonna do? So we don't know, man. But yeah, I'm just excited about this next episode. It was a nice centralized episode focused on just Light and obviously his situation. I'd almost imagine maybe that we might, well actually, it feels like it's from Light's point of view, but we might get an episode where we just get the reverse of L, maybe.
Yeah.
But we don't know. But all I can say is the episodes have been coming thick and fast, and yeah, man, been feeling them. But with that, like we always do, guys, let's get into the awards.
Let's get into it.
MVP, who you going with?
I'm going to go with. It's tough, man. It's tough who to say the MVP for this one, because part of me wants to give it to this person, but then part of me also wants to give it to another person. I don't know who you're gonna go with.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna go with Raye Penber's fiance.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna give her the MVP because she's managed to unpick information obviously her fiance couldn't. He's a poor FBI agent. You just gotta watch the last episode just to realize what we think about him. And she's trying to get this information to the FBI. I mean not the FBI, to the task force. But yeah, it's just the ability she had to deduce. I'm just wondering why she's not working in the force anymore.
Why did she retire? Yeah, like why did she quit?
They need her on their side. That's what they need.
It must have been excruciating watching her husband or boyfriend try to do investigations and just messing it up.
And then she's back.
Yeah, then she's back. Yeah.
And she was obviously the theory said, you don't give your ID away. He wasn't put in a position where we had to. He could have just said, just trust me, you know. I'm an FBI agent, just trust me, I got this. He didn't do that, and he's dead.
Or he could have just showed his badge without showing, you know, his name and all that type of stuff.
He literally released it.
Yeah, and he gave it. Like, what officer does that?
All he has to do is the quick flash, you know, like a fake ID, you know.
I'm an FBI agent. Like,
he's out,
you
man.
gotta trust me.
So I'm gonna give the award to her.
Yeah, part of me wanted to give it to Elle because, you know, it's kind of been able to find the people that are right for this organization, bring them together, and it's kind of got like a trust going right now, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, now that I've heard your reasoning, I have to give it to Raye Penber's girlfriend / wife. I have to do it. Well, fiance, right?
Yeah.
So I have to do it. She, without even investigating, she managed to figure out everything that's happening. She managed to see lights in terms of his blind spot, right? And that's the thing that he was worried about the most. I'm just afraid that she's giving away too much information. The next episode, she may not be around for much longer. You know, we don't know what's going to happen, right? But she has to be careful with the information she does have.
An awful lot of people have been happening to die around, you know. Like, so I mean, I just feel like anyone he comes into contact with seems to die. Reminds me of another certain couple of characters from, you know, what did we review? Shadow and Bone. So, but hey, that's all I can say. Biggest L. Who you going with? You want me to go? You go.
Biggest L. I still gotta give it to Raye Penber, man. I know he's not in the episode. But listen, yeah, he's caused a lot of pain for a lot of people. I have to give it to him, and the fact that his fiance just further restated, he shouldn't have shown his ID. You know, all this type of stuff. Like
stupid.
I gotta give him the L. I just have to give him the L. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go with Raye Penber's fiance.
Okay.
So she can be the MVP. Whoa. She can be the biggest L in this episode too. You know.
I guess, yeah.
She's just falling into the same trap as Raye Penber.
That's everyone
Giving
else.
away key information to someone you just met. You have no idea who this guy is. Okay, yeah, he's the son of Chief Yagami, but you have no idea. You just, you know, I'm just dumbfounded. I mean, like, it's just, what is going on in this anime? I just can't explain it. Like,
that's like being part of. Obviously, she's not part of the task force, right? But she's obviously heard about the ongoings that are going on from her fiance, who is no longer in this world. Thanks to Kira. But that's like having information on an investigation and just walking out the door and finding some any pedestrian and just saying, "Oh, this, that, and this is happening." It's just ridiculous. It really is.
Do you know what it's like, right? It's like you're a ball player. Your handles are a bit shaky. Kawhi's guarding you.
Yeah.
And you think you can shake him. He strips you once, and then you try come again with the same move, and he strips you again. Like, you just gotta learn, man.
Everything that's happened, you would think they'd have, you know, in basketball terms, a scouting report.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this, don't fall for the pump fake. Like, come on now, what's going on? But yeah, I agree with you. I think she's definitely worthy of having that bigger soul as well.
Alright. And then on to the I Forgot You Were Even in this episode, also known as Andrew Wiggins Award. Who you going with?
Yeah, I could give it to the mum. I don't really feel like we saw much of her. She was just trying to get her daughter to, you know, get a spare change of clothes over to her husband, right? And that's about it. I feel like we had some worthy screen time from everyone else in this episode. So yeah, I'm gonna go with her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with her too. I mean, she's barely in this anime.
Yeah, so like, why is she even there?
She's barely in this anime.
At this rate, you know, they might as well not have a mum. She's not really doing anything.
Yeah, she's pointless. You might as well call her Sakura. That's it from us for this episode, guys. Let us know what you thought of this episode. What you're thinking of Light. You know, should we be worried for Raye Penber's fiance? Let us know what you think about Raye Penber actually. Like, if you thought he was a good FBI agent or not. If you think his fiance is a bit FBI agent. Let us know if you agree with our awards.
Yep.
And like always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to be the first to know when we upload new content, especially new episodes of Death Note. And if you've been here before and you haven't subbed already, I don't know what you're doing. All I can say is don't be a pagan. Hit that sub button. But until next time, peace.
Peace.